Good afternoon, all. Welcome to class 12th economics. From today onwards, we are going to do revision of the chapters we have covered till now. I have already covered national income's first chapter of the unit, then chapter money and banking, then chapter government budget in the economy, then chapter from Indian economic development, chapter number 1, Indian economy on the eve of independence. Same way, please manage because I don't have any internet issue. It's issue with Zoom app only because 12 o'clock around people are using this app worldwide. Time. Maybe there is some problem during this time because my internet is मैंने अभी check किया है बहुत अच्छी स्पीड में है. It's fine. So from Indian economic development we have covered chapter 1, Indian economy on the eve of independence. And we did the chapter comparison of India with China and Pakistan. Right? Now we are going to start division of chapter money and banking from macroeconomics. So from macroeconomics, chapter money and banking, we are starting division. Now let me talk about money first. As I told you about money, money is a medium of exchange. There are various functions that money performs for us. Before money was there in the economy, we were having barter system in the economy. Barter system where direct exchange of goods against goods takes place. With the involvement of money, the barter system has been moved and money has become a proper medium of exchange for the economy. Now I would like to know the meaning of money from you people. I'm going to unmute some of the students, and I will get the meaning from them. Sharma, you are unmuted. You can speak.
Hello.
You can speak the meaning of money.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear. Tell me the meaning of money.
Something can from which we can use anywhere for transaction of goods.
Okay. What else you can explain about money?
What?
What else you can explain about money?
Money is a medium of money is medium between goods and services medium.
Okay, well, we can say that money is a medium of exchange. Fine. Aditya wants to tell. Aditya, you have written a good definition of money, and I want you to speak. Divya also wants to tell. Dipanshu Bhatti. Fine. Aditya,
Yes, sir.
you can define now money.
Money is anything which is generally accepted as a medium of exchange, measure of value, store of value, and means of standard of deferred pay.
So, can you just more explain about money? Anything more about money, or you can just explain more of the functions of money जो तुमने बोले अभी, like how it is a medium of exchange.
See, barter system was done by the people. So with the introduction of money, we have a medium through which we can buy and sell the commodities.
Can you tell me how is it is a store of value? Money is a function of store of value.
Sir, I don't know.
Shubhangi,
So,
functional
so
definition of
which
money. All the functions. Shubhangi,
so which definition?
functional definition.
Sir,
All the functions of money.
money can be used to purchase for avail goods and services. Money can be used as a medium between transactions. Money can settle all our transactions which are based on financial basis,
Okay.
or
Let's go to Deepak. Deepak. So, Varun Bhatia. Varun Bhatia, raise your hand because बहुत सारे बच्चे हैं तो if you will raise your hand तो अच्छा ठीक है. Varun Bhatia.
Yes, sir.
Definition.
Sir, functional definition. Sir,
Yes.
money is a matter of function for a medium of exchange, measure of value, standard of deferred payments, and store of a value.
Can you elaborate all the functions?
Sir, medium of exchange means that we can exchange the goods by with the use of money, that
Okay.
we can buy and sell the goods,
Okay.
and we can measure the value of a good with the money,
Okay.
that how much money we are giving, that that commodity is of that value or not. And so standard of deferred payment I do not know, and store of a value is that we can store money.
Okay. Ultimately, we can say that there are majorly four functions of money. Vaibhav Sharma,
Yes, sir.
tell me, explain all these four functions of money, please.
Sir, as a medium of exchange, money is act as a medium of exchange. It's helps in medium of exchange as it helps the both the parties to exchange goods without giving other goods, like it will abolish the barter system. And the
Okay.
second is measure of value, like milk is measured in liters, and any solid object is measured in kilos. It will abolish that, and we can measure all the goods in money value. That this is also the main function of money. Store of value, the money can be stored in banks, and we can uh, keep it in our pockets and transport it very frequently. As in barter system, it is very perishable goods which are not for the long period of time, but money can be stored as long period of time. Standard of deferred payment, it can be used for future payments, but in barter system the goods can be used for the frequent basis. but in money it is used for future payment, and we can get loan and repay the loan on time. Thank you.
Very good explanation. Good. Next, I would like to tell you, as in the chapter money, we had only two questions. The one question, meaning and functions of money. Second question, money supply. But before moving to the second question, let me explain question number one. Meaning of money. Money is anything which has a general acceptability, which is being there as a medium of exchange. And functions of money. Money is a matter of functions for a medium, a measure, a standard, a score. Harshita Sharma. Harshita,
Yes, sir.
give a proper explanation to all the functions and meaning of money. Functional definition.
Uh, Money is the matter of functions for a medium, a measure, a standard, and a store. As a medium of exchange, money can be used to conduct any financial transactions between two parties. As a measure of value, money is a common denomination which measures all the goods and services. It expresses the value of any commodity in monetary terms. As a standard of deferred payment, it allows uh, future payment, like services
Borrowing
can be
and lending, which means we can say borrowing and lending functions have been started after evolution of money.
and as a store of value, money can be stored for future use.
So we can simply say that money has mainly four functions. Money as a medium of exchange, money as a store of value, money as a common measure of value, and money as a standard of deferred payment. Medium of exchange, we already know what is medium of exchange. And store of value, we already know store of value. That money as a store of value, that means that we store money the future use, which we could not in barter system. एक अगर barter system में कुछ store करते थे वो abolish हो जाता था with the period of time, but money as a common measure of value. Anything can be measured in terms of money, whether it's a solid product or a liquid product, or it's a cloth, or it's any type of good or even service that can be measured in terms of money. Which means money has become a measuring rod for every product and service. If it is a product of solid nature, that can be measured in kilograms, liquid in kiloliters, distance in kilometers. Right? So money is a measuring rod also. And money as a standard of deferred payment. It means money has become a standard that we can make the deferred payments also. Future payments. Future payments means payments for the future. It means the borrowing and lending functions started after evolution of money. We can borrow money from others, even we can lend money to others. So this function has also been started after evolution of money only. Now, the second question arises: what is meant by money supply, and what are the components or measures of money supply? Now, who will tell me definition of money supply? You can raise your hands. Definition of money supply. Aditya. Yes, Aditya.
Yes, sir. Monies refer to the total volume of money held by the public at a particular point of time in economy.
Which means it's the stock of money lying with the public at a particular point of time. Divya, you can speak.
Yes, sir.
Money supply.
So money supply is the total volume of money which is used by public at a particular point.
How it is measured?
Sir, please repeat.
How it is measured? What are the components of money supply?
The measures of money supply are currency and coins with public
Okay.
and demand deposits of commercial banks.
Can anybody tell me what is the formula for calculating M1? Varun,
Yes, sir.
how to calculate
Sir,
M1?
Sir, currency and coins with the public, C, plus demand deposit of commercial banks, DD, plus OD, other deposits with RBI.
I want its elaboration by Shubhangi. Shubhangi, are you listening?
Yes, sir.
So tell me what is money supply and how it is measured.
So money supply, as told by Divya and Aditya, is the total volume of money held by public at a particular point of time in an economy. That means how much money is supplied in the public. M1, which refers to, as said by Varun, is the currency and coins with the public. That means how much currency notes and how much coins, that is paper plus metal currency with the public. The demand deposits at the commercial banks, the all the demand deposits held by the commercial bank is also added in M1 with other deposits with RBI. There are different deposits that are also available with the RBI that are also added in the M1.
My next question is basically whether in the money supply we are going to include the time deposits also. Do we include the fixed deposits? You can write the answer in the chat box. Do we include fixed deposits or time deposits in money supply? And I want the explanation also, please. Kindly write the reason also. Okay. Anushka Bansal.
Yes,
Anushka,
sir.
first of all, tell me what is money supply. Secondly, what is included in money supply? And thirdly, do we include the fixed deposit also in money supply?
Okay. Money supply refers to the total volume of money held by the public at a particular point of time in an economy. Measures of money supply, we can calculate it by using the formula, which is M1 is equals to C plus DD plus OD. C is currency and coins with the public. DD is demand deposit of commercial bank, which simply means that money which we can deposit and can be encashed anytime. So we cannot include fixed deposit in it. And then other deposits, OD means other deposits by the RBI, like in IMF and World Bank.
Perfect. The same answer I want from Harshita. In same question, I'm forwarding to Harshita also. Harshita, over to you.
Yes, sir. Sir, first of all, money supply refers to the stock of money which is in circulation in the economy. That is the total volume of money held by public at any particular point of time in an economy. Measures of money supply, money can be measured by adding currency and coins with public, demand deposits of commercial banks and other deposits with RBI. Demand deposits of commercial banks are simply those deposits which can be encashed by issuing checks at any time. So we cannot include fixed deposits or term deposit in it. And other deposits with RBI, there are many other deposits like deposits by foreign bank and government, World Bank, IMF, etc.
Perfect. Harshit, same
Yes,
question
sir.
to you, Harshit. What is money supply? How it is calculated?
So first of all, money supply refers to the total volume of money held by the public at a particular point of time in the economy, and it includes currency and coins with the public's, demand deposits of commercial banks, and other deposits with RBI. Currency and coins with public's, demand deposits of commercial bank includes those deposits which can be encashed, and other deposits with RBI includes the foreign investments like World Bank, IMF, etc.
So in the chapter money, we have only and only two questions. Only two questions in money. First, definition of money. Secondly, money supply. All right. Now, again, Saksham, I am unmuting you. In me, the concept of or definition of money with its functions.
So functions of money.
Yes.
Okay, sir. Money is generally known as the medium of exchange. The main functions of money are A, medium of exchange, B, measure of value, C, a store of value, and the fourth is a standard for the deferred payments. Money is termed as a medium of exchange as it can be it is generally the common value which can be exchanged in between a buyer and a seller.
Okay.
It gives the second is measure of value. It gives the value of any product. Therefore, we can measure any commodity in terms of money.
Okay.
Third is a store of value. It gives the purchasing power, and we can store it and reserve it for future use as well.
Okay. Fine. So in money, we have only two questions. Now tomorrow we will do banking. Commercial banking. We will do tomorrow commercial banking, meaning of commercial banks and credit creation process of commercial banks.